Movie thoughts. David Brent Life on the Road is the mockumentary based on the original Office from the UK in the early 2000s. I can't exactly remember the year of those series, but it was Ricky Gervais starring as David Brent, who was the manager of a company in Slough, and then at the end he gets made redundant. That's a spoiler for the whole series. Anyway, this is several years later, based in the now, so about 15 years later. Brent is now a sales rep, and he wants to be a rock star. That was his big dream in the TV show, that he was going to be a rock star one day, and he's finally decided he needs to make this happen. So he goes on tour. He calls in a holiday for 3 weeks, and then goes on a really crappy short tour around London. He hires out a hire bus. He hires out all these hotels, and they're all the gigs are within 4-mile radius of each other. It's ridiculous. But anyway, he goes on tour, and essentially he wants to achieve his goal of being a full-time rock star. He wants to get a contract, he wants to get a signing, but things don't exactly go out as planned. His gigs suck, his songs suck, audience don't really like it, and it goes on like that. It's the same old Office. In The Office, David Brent was this weird, funny character that everyone laughed at, but was really awkward around. And this is essentially a really good mockumentary version, and it's taken it to the next level, because in the first Office, people kind of liked David. He was the boss. They wouldn't join in with a lot of his jokes, and they would get a bit freaked out, but they still liked him, and they were still kind. Whereas now in the sales rep, they're all a bit dicks, and everyone is very much against David, and they don't like talking to him, and he's very aware of this. And it kind of there's a mood to this that changes partway round, and it's kind of like, oh wow, you really start to feel sorry for David. The story is really well wrote, and the comedy in it is so brilliant. It's not right on the nose. It's just subtle enough and just there that you notice it and you laugh at it, but you don't really think, oh god, that was forced, or oh, I didn't quite get that, or there's very few jokes that I personally missed, but I think that's because I'm a fan of British comedy. This is essentially British comedy at its best. It's the dry, self-hating, self-loathing sense of humour that I really enjoy, and I think that is something that we should be proud of. It's not we don't live in the American dream. We're realists. This sort of shit happens, you know. So yeah.
Hey! What do you two do?
Work in an office.
Do you?
Overall, the film was really funny, it was clever, it was well edited, and it was a joy to watch. I really enjoyed this. It's David Brent. David Brent. David Brent. He is back. He is the same old deluded self. It is the same old humour. And because of all of this, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I was actually only going to give this a 7, but then I really thought hard and thought about the soundtrack, and there's a lot of work that's actually gone into the soundtrack and the songs for David Brent, and they're really well done. And I think it just adds that extra flavour. Go and watch the film. You know what I mean about the songs and how much little details there in them. And there's so much other stuff that they didn't put in the film that they've done as advertising, and it's done a really good job. So yeah, I 8 out of 10. It holds up to that mantle, and I'm really pleased to give it that because I was really looking forward to this. I really enjoyed it. It's during a week where I've had just shitty films. This has been a great break. Until next time, guys. I'll see you then.